Isang malaking awesome. And thank you so much sa mga nandito agad guys. Maraming salamat sa mga yan nagpapaalala na mag-live na ako. Yan guys, mag-like and share, subscribe kayo kung bago lang kayo dito sa Oso the Chismoso. And ako nga pala, of course, si Oso Bear, and I've been here since 2017 and I've been sharing you guys my wins and losses dito sa cryptocurrencies. Yeah, kahapon no, ang ganda ng mga news natin, and we consistently again predicting the market when everyone's trying to call for short at babagsak yung market, hindi yun yung nangyayari. And ang nangyayari is okay, nasusunod yung mga lately yung mga prediction natin kung saan tayo pupunta. Hindi accurate yung charts natin, although okay, because of manipulation, hindi ako marunong magbasa ng manipulation, no? Pero sa ibang mga traders na magagaling sa technical analysis pati data gathering, no, ang gagaling nila, nahanap nila yung mga punto kung saan talaga magmamanipulate, tapos bibigay yung fate ng mga tao sa nangyayari sa cryptocurrency. But anyways, tulad na sinabi ko guys, nandito ako para i-share sa inyo yung mga chismis natin lately, and paspasan na agad natin to para mabilis yung live natin at mas makarating to sa mga tao. Pero kung ganun lang din naman, okay, malaki ang magiging tulong kung i-share nyo guys, at bibigyan nyo ako ng chance na marinig ako ng mga tropa nyo na interested din sa cryptocurrency. Okay, so guys, ito na yung first news natin guys. Kung hindi pa kayo nagla-like okay, kasi kahapon diba in-upload natin tong video na to. Okay. And may nagtatanong kung paano po sumali sa Meraki. So click nyo lang to. Ito, dito sa description box below. Pipindutin mo lang. Pindutin mo lang yan. Pag pinindot mo yan, mapupunta ka dito. Okay? So yan. Yan. So pupunta ka dyan. Yan na yun. Okay? Pag kinlik mo yan. Okay? So ganun lang. Tapos join Discord ka na. Ganun lang gagawin mo. Okay. Nga pala guys. Okay? Meron akong document dito na ibibigay later on sa huli ng video na to. Okay? At yun yung sa XRP. Okay, ito yung alpha natin sa XRP. And confident ulit ako dito kasi nga lately nagpapakita siya ng mga bullish news. Ayan, big shoutouts daw from Croatia. So yun nga, tulad yung sinabi ko. Please guys, pag tinapos niyo yung video na to, i-reward ko to sa inyo, itong document na to na dapat para sa Meraki lang. Ililibre ko na siya sa inyo. Okay? Pero kung okay, ayaw nyo naman, okay lang din naman. Nasa sa inyo naman yan. Okay? Ito yung paniniwala ko sa after kong pagre-research kanina. Okay? Na itong document na to will prove, okay, why this gem asset will help XRP to meet yung sinasabi ng lahat na prophecy. Okay? Kung totoo yung prophecy na sinasabi nyo, okay, na this is the Antichrist token, okay, which I'm not fan of Antichrist. Kung kayo fan kayo ni Antichrist, wala akong pake. Okay, trip nyo yan. Okay, pero sinasabi ko lang is we match it with data. So ito yung data na yun. Okay, kagabi nakatulog ako while listening. Ayun lang. Big shoutouts kay Ellen San Eat. Okay. So yan, guys, ito na yung news natin. Okay. Nga pala, gumawa na rin pala ako ng isa pang document para sa mga Meraki members. Okay, ito yung document natin for today. So why this narrative is important. Okay, so this is a narrative talk. Update lang to actually, hindi to talaga sobrang himay. Pero yeah, ito yung pinaka-juice natin for today. So kung maano nyo to, diba, maraming nagsasabi XRP will not be able to get against with HBAR kasi sa HBAR meron siyang stand-alone na tinatawag na news tinatawag na L2, or meron siya yung sarili niya mismo, siya na yung nagpo-provide ng mga sinasabi ng iba. So yun, big shoutouts kay Mark Joseph, yan, big shoutouts kay Albert Kivera and kay Hershey. Guys, mag-comment lang kayo na mag-comment. Ayan, basahin nyo na lang yung pin comment natin. Okay, big shoutouts sa mga mga alam nila na kung ano yung type. Big shoutouts kay Eggsy, of course, pati kay Nels, big shoutouts sa inyo. Deadcoin na ba si Didix? Di naman. Hindi yung deads. Okay, pag naintindihan nyo yung narrative, okay? Pag naintindihan nyo yung narrative shift, hindi yan deads. Okay, let's go to our topic, guys. Okay, so let's go with our news for today and let's learn something from here. Okay, so there's no longer America, sabi dito. There's no longer America, but the President Trump just declared war on the chaos. Okay, so this is just a proof that tayong mga nasa cryptocurrency, we're not identified as Filipinos, we're not identified as Hispanics, we're not identified as Americans. That's a good thing about cryptocurrency, you know? Like, hindi tayo mabababaw na tao dito sa mga ganitong ano. Kumbaga, itong mga taong pumapatol pa rin sa mga ganitong issues, guys, is yung mga taong tinatawag na survival mode. Okay, hindi natin sila ibababa. Okay, kasi let's believe that they are somehow, okay, masakit tong salitang to ha, sasabihin ko sa inyo kasi sinabi din to sa Bible. They are ignorant. Okay? So ignorant, it means hindi ibig sabihin nun ay helpless. Okay? Kailangan nila ng help. Okay? And the cure for ignorance is knowledge. Okay? They have to know what's out there first because they're playing inside the box and playing as rats and doing the rat race na tinatawag. So that's why I want to share you guys these videos. Okay, so let's watch it. Okay, so dito sa unang video natin sinabi dito na si President Trump addressed the Fort Bragg, nag-speech siya dito. Then sabi dito that this was a battle for the soul of America. The violence and spiraled for days, kumbaga, blah blah blah, etc etc. So this is the topic about dun sa riot sa sa Los Angeles. So why is this important? Later malalaman nyo. So let's play. Okay?
And before going further, I want to say a few words about the situation in Los Angeles, California. Have you heard of the place? Where I've deployed thousands of National Guard troops and hundreds of Marines to protect federal law enforcement from the attacks of a vicious and violent mob. And some of the radical left, they say, oh, that's not nice. Well, if we didn't do it, there wouldn't be a Los Angeles. It'd be burning today, just like the houses were burning a number of months ago. Generations of Army heroes did not shed their blood on distant shores only to watch our country be destroyed by invasion and third world lawlessness here at home, like is happening in California. As Commander-in-Chief, I will not let that happen. It's never going to happen.
Okay. Right. So this is just like a welcome, no, do sa pinaka-topic natin and bakit natin to pinag-uusapan. Okay? So again, guys, kung manonood kayo hanggang sa huli, makukuha niyo yung link for this one. Okay? At kung nanonood kayo sa live natin, okay? So yan, makukuha niyo tong link na to at ma-access niyo tong document na to ng libre at hindi niyo na kailangan magbayad sa Meraki. Okay, let's go back with this one.
Full-blown assaulting in California is what you're witnessing in California is a full-blown assault on peace, on public order.
Okay.
And before going further, I want to say a few words about the national sovereignty carried out by rioters bearing foreign flags with the aim of continuing a foreign invasion of our country. We're not going to let that happen. Remember, millions of people were allowed to come into our country totally unchecked and unvetted by stupid people or radical left people or sick people. But regardless, open border policy, the dumbest policy yet. I would say even dumber than men playing in women's sports, transgender for everyone. Even dumber than that. What you're witnessing in California is a full-blown assault.
So let's go to the next video, okay?
But they proudly carry the flags of other countries, but they don't carry the American flag. They only burn it. Did you see a lot of the flags being burned? They weren't being burned by people from our country or from people that love our country. People that burn the American flag should go to jail for 1 year. That's what they should be doing. 1 year. And we'll see if we can get that done. We're going to try and get that done. We're working with some of your senators. I know Senator Josh Hawley is very much involved. And I know the two senators from here. I think are you guys in favor of it? Boy, would this be a bad time for them to say no. These are animals.
Okay. So, ito na yung last video. Panoorin nyo to. Lupit to, guys.
And attempting to infiltrate and occupy federal buildings wearing armor and face shields. The best money can buy. Somebody's financing it. We're going to find out through Pam Bondi and Department of Justice, who it is, they're already on it. Who's financing all this equipment? Very professional. Under the Trump administration, this anarchy will not stand. We will not allow federal agents to be attacked, and we will not allow an American city to be invaded and conquered by a foreign enemy, and that's what they are. And attempting to infiltrate and occupy.
Ito pa, may sapalas na to. Panorin niya.
Let in here by the Biden administration. They just poured right in. They came from prisons, they came from jails from all over the world. They came from mental institutions. They were the leaders of gangs. They were drug lords allowed to come into our country. Their countries threw them out. Their countries would bus them or drive them right to our border and say, go in there, you ever come back, we're going to kill you. And we got them, and we're getting them out of here. I want to applaud the courage and the strength of the incredible troops who are right now standing guard to protect federal property and personnel and uphold the supremacy of federal law. That's what they're doing. They're protecting our ICE agents. They're protecting the police in Los Angeles. The head of the police in Los Angeles, a good man. I hear a good man, but he was actually saying we really didn't need this help. It had gotten away from them. It had long gotten away.
Okay, wait lang. Lagay natin to dito para makita niya. Wait lang ah. Lalagay ko siya dito. Yan. Okay. So, ako ko nang gigets niyo yung gusto ko ipunto dito, guys. Okay. So, hindi to dahil gusto ko kayo galitin, pero ite-temp check ko kayo, guys. Ano, nagagalit ba kayo? Ano, naiinis ba kayo? Ano, pumapatol pa rin ba kayo sa news na sa Pilipinas na patungkol kay Marcos, etc. Patungkol kay Sara BP, etc. Mga ganun. Hindi ko sinasabi huwag kayo magbigay ng pake. Ang sinasabi ko is huwag kayo magpakapagod. Okay? Pag nagpakapagod kayo at nagpakainis-inis kayo, sinayang yung energy nyo, guys. Hindi kayo makakapag-decide, lalo na pa nagki-crypto kayo, guys. Okay? So the reason why we're watching this is because I want to time check you guys. Okay? So dito sa topic na to, okay, there's more to this. Okay? May nagfa-fund daw kasi ng ating riots dito. Okay, may nagtanong din sa akin, Sir Oso, anong tingin mo sa nangyayari dito dyan sa Los Angeles kasi malapit ka, 4 hours away ka lang dyan, 3 hours, 5 hours ka lang dyan. Bakit? Bakit ano? Ang tanong ko sa kanya, bakit? Ba't ako magkakaroon ng pake? Yung utak ko mayaman. Baga itong mga to, mahihirap yung mindset na itong mga to. At yung government, ini-steer nila sila in order for them, okay, to have this emotional outburst. Okay? Kasi reaction sa internet is monetizing. Okay? Pag nagigain ka ng a lot of attention, okay, it is monetizing. Okay? It's self-confirming, kumbaga. So, yan yung mga ayaw nyong pasukin ng mga news. Okay? Hindi dahil ayaw, kumbaga kung mahina pa yung loob nyo, mahina pa yung ano nyo, yung knowledge nyo, hindi pa kayo napupunan, hindi pa kayo nabubuhusan masyado, okay, hindi pa talaga makapal yung balat nyo or yung character nyo na tinatawag, okay, huwag kayo nanonood ng mga ganitong news. Okay, kaya hindi rin ako masyado nagbababad sa Twitter news. Okay, why? It's because, guys, hindi ko rin pwedeng pagkatiwalaan yung sarili ko. I deny myself most of the time. I deny my thoughts because my thoughts is not his thoughts, and my feelings is not the will of God, kumbaga. So the reason why we're talking about this right now is because I think I can talk about this already. Okay, it's because this is very alarming to the point where it might be pointed out to how the cryptocurrency works again back in 2013, where funding of riots or funding of terrorism, etc., or civil war, okay, can be done in cryptocurrency because some of the cryptocurrencies, okay, yung aim nila is to be unregulated and permanently be unregulated. Ano ibig sabihin nun, guys? Okay, that they can always launder money there, tapos pwede silang mag-fund. Okay, pwede silang sabihin nila, okay, si Russia yan nagfa-fund ng mga gera dito sa sa Los Angeles. Okay, sabihin natin, sige, Mexico din yan, nagbibigay sila ng pera. Pero the question is where? Saan? Nasaan yung ano? Okay, so marami yung sasabi, hindi sir, also nasa blockchain yan, makikita yan, mahahanap yan. Oo, mahanap pero sobrang hirap, guys. Okay? Pwede kasing fractions yung pasa para hindi makita. So yung sinasabi ni Donald Trump kanina na malalaman daw nila is because of the banking. Okay, makikita din daw yan. Okay, matikita natin yun. Titignan natin kung talagang kaya. Okay? Pero the reputation is still a lose-lose for cryptocurrency. Sabihin natin, sige, nahanap nga ni crypto. Nahanap nga sa crypto ng mga white hat investigator tulad nila Zach XBT, nila CoffeeZilla, sabihin natin. Then what? It's really bad PR for cryptocurrency, di ba? So that's why we're talking about this right now. So ngayon, tingnan nyo to, si Andrew Tate just showed his hyperliquid trade. Okay, so sinabi ko sa inyo guys, mag-hyperliquid na kayo. Okay, kasi sa hyperliquid guys, nandito yung totoong pera and you're farming hype token. Pag dito kayo nagtitrade, okay, kada trade nyo, meron kayong hyperliquid na makukuha. But anyways, yeah. So he apparently forgot that that it was a DEX. Ito yung sinasabi ko sa inyo na traceable, trackable, okay, at a certain extent. And kumbaga inevitable yung privacy mo dito. Ay, inevitable yung ano mo dito, yung trace mo dito. Pero anonymous ka. Okay, kung talagang magaling ka. Kaso dito si Donald Trump. Si Andrew Tate kasi nagpa-public siya. Sinasabi niya, nag-trade na ako. Oh, ganito kalaki yung trade ko. Nahanap siya. Yan, so nahanap siya. So, yan. Dinilit niya yung post. Sumagot din siya dito. So, I'll make it all back with one trade. Watch this space. Okay. So, ito na guys. Tingnan niya. Last video naman natin to para sa sa Riot. Okay. Tingnan niyo to. Uy. Okay, so yun lang yun actually. So ano ibig sabihin nito guys? Ginagamit nila yung yung sa Riot na hindi to. Kumbaga parang Riot pa rin to pero hindi ginagamit nila yung Riot para makapang-knockout. Okay, so guys, again pag natapos niyo tong video na to, ibibigay ko to sa inyo bilang reward. Okay, itong ating document na to. So next tayo guys. Okay, so sabi dito, tingnan nyo to, ICE protesters, ito to. Yan, so parang ang weird lang na orchestrated lahat na si Mexico sinasabi niya, magwala kayo dyan sa LA para magkagulo, etc. Tapos dito naman si Al-Qaeda leader, okay, sabi niya just called for American Muslims to wage jihad on US soil and assassinate the President Trump and Vice President JD Vance and Elon Musk. And weird talaga to. Okay, so ewan ko. Big shoutouts sa Oslob Cebu, mga tiga Oslob Cebu. Big shoutouts kayo kay Joseph at kay UV11V. Okay, so ito na nga yung sinasabi ko guys. Okay, ano ba naman to? Nakakainis. Ba't ba nagaganito? Yan lang guys, ayusin lang natin to. Ayan, so tulad nga ng sinabi ko, okay, parang ang weird naman. So Mexico naggigera. Okay. Tapos ngayon American Muslim residents or citizen here in the US magigera din. Ano ba to? Ang weird naman. So I think this is just like propaganda na pag-iisipin nyo para to control the whole state. Magkaroon ng reason to do a martial law, sabihin natin, kasi sobrang lala na ng mga gera, may civil war, kumbaga may civil unrest na nangyayari. And pwede itong maging grounds for martial law. Hindi ko alam kung magde-declare pero napaka-rare kasi ng mga ganitong instances. Pero yeah, since ito na, terrorism na talaga to, terrorism level na to, nako, delikado to guys. Okay, when I say delikado, it's not like delikado para sa, like for America. This is delikado for the whole yung mga walang pake pero madadamay. Alam mo yan? Yung gusto lang mabuhay pero madadamay dahil sa mga shit na to. Alam mo yan. Sabihin natin, okay, may mag-jihad doon sa lugar na yun. Tapos andun sila, kumakain lang, nagpipiktik lang, tapos mabaril sila doon. Parang weird lang. Weird lang yung mga ganitong orchestrated, na parang propaganda. So let's get to the news. Super serious news natin. Okay. So the US and Mexico are closing in on a deal that will remove 50% tariffs on steel imports up to the certain volume, as per Bloomberg. So ano ibig sabihin nun, guys? Okay, so explain ko to sa inyo din as well. Okay, so US-Mexico steel talks. Okay, ito yung tinatawag natin na, wait lang, tatanggalin ko lang to sa Ayan. Okay, so si US-Mexico, si US and si Mexico are trying to do a deal. Okay, probably it's because of the civil unrest na nangyayari sa LA. Hindi natin alam. Okay, or potential magkaroon ng civil war doon. I hope not. Pero ito yung sinasabi ko na baka ito yung nagiging isa pang issue. Pero pinaka main reason kung ba't naman talaga nangyari yan is because yung mga padala ng pera is nilagyan nila ng more than 4% tax yata yun. Okay. So, hindi okay sa Mexico yun. Ayaw ng Mexico yun. Okay? So, yun nga yung hinahanap nila eh. Tinitingnan nila, paano nakakapasok yung mga illegal? Paano pa rin nakakapag-perform ng mga illegal things dito? Yung mga Hispanic, pati yung mga Mexico, yung mga Mexicans dito sa US. And the whole Trump administration is suspecting na baka nagsasiphon ng pera or nagpapasok ng illegal na pera na hindi nakikita or tinitik advantage nila yung padala, yung mababang padala. So nilagyan nila ng malaking taxation on that one. So there's the current 50% tariffs on steel imports from Mexico, okay, is matatanggal daw or ililift up, okay, to an agreed import cap. Okay, hindi natin alam magkano yun. Pero meron tayo 37 viewers, yan yung sure ko. Pero 16 lang yung likes natin. Hindi kayo marireveal dyan, guys. Magla-like lang kayo. Okay, magla-like lang kayo, magiging malaking tulong yan. Okay, so ito nga yung sinasabi ko sa inyo, guys. Okay, the negotiation leadership. Okay, this is very important. Why? It's because, guys, we're talking about tariffs again. Okay, ano ibig sabihin nito? Okay, this is another PTSD sa akin. Kasi kala ko naiintindihan ko yung tariffs. Back in 2018, it was very easy, no? To the point na, okay, saglitan lang yung tariffs, tapos biglang wala naman na naging reaction, and it's very typical for the market to crash down because the cryptocurrency has been up since 12 months, no? So everything is just going up. Everything is easy mode for 12 months. Tapos biglang tariffs, 2018, war against China when it comes to trade. Now, ito, tariffs naman to sa iba't ibang countries. Pero I really think this is not gonna be so bad like katulad ng China. Okay? So, ito yung reason ko. Okay? Economic context ko dito, ha? The deal aims to have yung malinis na trade or yung smooth na trade. Okay, yung walang tension, and magkaroon tayo ng support on both economic and collaboration na tinatawag. And magkakaroon din tayo ng tinatawag na industrial supply chain. Okay, kaya nga nila sinakop yung Gulf. Okay, so as a strategic, hindi ko alam kung saan strategic yun, kung trade ba or iniisip nila na yung mga Chinese people or Chinese spy or military is trying to put up a base doon or base. So hindi ko alam. Okay, pero from there on, ang pagkakarinig ko sa chismis sa loob ng Alpha Group namin is they are looking into supporting local supply chain and local manufacturing. Okay, so if we can manufacture steel in the US alone, tapos makapag-manufacture tayo ng automotives or like sabihin natin kotse in the United States alone, Yan, malaki yan, guys. Okay, so ito next. Okay, market interpretations and timing natin for this one. Kasi nagbasa din ako ng comments dito. So sabi dito, a lot of suspiciously bullish tariff news breaking the last few days right before the CPI data drops tomorrow. Okay, so feeling ko timing talaga to. Okay, so ngayon, ang observation ko dito guys, okay, yung consumer price index natin, okay, I somehow agree, okay, because nandun na tayo sa make it or break it situation ng cryptocurrency year na tinatawag. Okay, ibig sabihin ko na kung mag-dump man to, tatagal tong 3 months. Okay, it has to. Magkakaroon yan ng 2 wave of really painful crashes. Okay, pero hindi ibig sabihin na doon sa pagitan ng mga yon ay wala siyang magiging pump. So, dito natin makikita kung totoo yung mga magiging susunod na pump or sabihin natin kung totoo yung magiging bull run for the 2026 because tama na yung crypto rotation. And hinilot ko na kayo sa mga topics na yan for the last lives that I've been trying to share you guys at mga recorded lives. Okay, so the front-running narrative na sinasabi niya, ano ibig sabihin nun? Okay, so yung announcement or announcing the constructive trade progress shortly before the major economic releases, this can truly, okay, tingin ko lang, can truly influence the narrative and market psychology. Kasi nga, katulad ko, natatakot ako, may PTSD ako sa mga nangyayari ngayon sa tariff, etc. blah blah blah. Okay, and shenanigans ko anong nangyayari. Okay, pero I'm very positive. Okay, ito na lang sasabihin ko sa niya. I'm very positive sa pwedeng maging outcome ng CPI. Okay, ang hindi lang ako positive sa CPI natin is yung unlimited money printing na nangyayari. Pero in terms of printing, kung dumadami yung pera, sa question doon natin is saan napupunta yung pera? Okay, so yung stocks natin medyo umangat na yan, no? Nakikita nyo ba yan? So, ewan ko lang sa inyo kung nakikita nyo yan. Okay, sa akin nakikita ko yan. So, let me show you this one. Okay, close na nga natin ito, naguguluhan ako eh. Okay, so, yan. Okay, so si Kobisi letter is calling for a markets recovery. Okay, has to release historic. Okay, so titingnan natin yan kung totoong ganyan talaga. Wait lang, iusog natin to dito para makita nyo. Okay, so yan. Lagay natin. Yan, okay, kita na siya. Okay, so big shoutouts kay Jasmine, big shoutouts kay RJ Production. Yan, big shoutouts sa inyo. Okay, so ito na nga, tulad nga sinabi ko guys, si S&P 500 natin or the index has soared 20.4%, sabi dyan, over the last 41 trading sessions. Okay, marking its third best 41 session performance in the last 21st century. Okay, so such aggressive rallies natin na to, okay, have only been observed during the aftermath ng ating 2020 COVID crash, okay, and nung ating tinatawag na global financial crisis naman nung back in 2008 or 2008 tuloy. So 2008, okay, ito yung housing crash. Okay, big shoutout sa 44 viewers natin, magla-like and share, subscribe kayo ha. Tapos ibibigay ko ng libre tong link natin na to sa pagitan or sa huli ng video natin. Okay, so ito na nga sinasabi ko sa inyo. Okay, so the Nasdaq 100 naman natin is yung may puro tech heavy index sa loob. Okay, na-outperform niya yung kumbaga na-outperform din niya yung previous data niya. So 27.3% sabi dito sa post. Okay, over the same stretch again, katulad dun sa S&P 500. And I really think with this data alone is probably we are doing the, how do you say this? We are doing the market recovery already. Okay, I can confidently say that one, pero that doesn't mean na we are going to fully bull market. We are just trying to recover. Okay, hindi ko sinasabing bull market, altcoin season, or stock blow up sabihin natin, or sabihin natin stock banana, hindi ko alam. Okay, so ngayon, okay, yung proximity ng all-time highs na nangyayari sa dalawang nabanggit nating markets, okay, following the sharp rebounds na nangyayari, okay, it has to really retrace. And most of the bear markets or bearish people will take advantage of that situation to really short the market, and it can attract more bulls to short as well. Okay, kung sakaling hindi huminto yung magiging drop natin, kung umangat tayo ng sharp pataas, okay, katulad nito, umangat siya sobra, hindi ibig sabihin hindi yan magre-retrace before we really do a pump. Okay, but tingnan nyo ha, nag-sharp tayo. Pagka-sharp natin, bumagsak yung naging blue lines natin dito, pero hindi ibig sabihin nun na hindi tayo bumaba, pero it was a slow grind to the high. Kumbaga hindi siya yung bastang umangat din. Okay, so kung dahan-dahan siya bumaba, dahan-dahan din siya umakyat sa price. Okay, so ngayon the question is, what happens here? Okay, is there still a little bit more room na mag-retrace siya tapos biglang magkaroon pa ng isa pa, or maging confident tayo na pag nasa 30 na siya, doon natin masasabi, okay, totoo to. Guys, totoo na to. Magpa-pump na talaga to. Hindi to chismis. Totoo na talaga siya. So, ngayon, ito yung sinasabi ko. Yung bullish news before the key data, okay, na sinasabi natin kanina dun sa comment, okay, itong confluence natin, pag tumingin kayo sa data, okay, kasi yun yung hinahabol natin dito. Kailangan pure data tayo pag mga ganito. So, the confluence of a historic equity rally and a wave of optimistic policy headlines natin. Okay? Especially sa tariff, okay? We need to include that news. Okay? That's very important. This is very important sa economic data, especially yung paparating na CPI ngayong araw. Okay? So, maraming nakaabang. Okay? Kayo mag-isip, ano kaya mangyayari? Okay? Ngayon na bigla tayong umangat din sa price ng BTC from 101k, which sinabi ko rin sa inyo, potentially we can go further higher, go up, no? What happens from there? Okay? It's always, for me, it's always like, there is always a manipulation. So kung sa price ni BTC, punta tayo sa price ni BTC before we go to our next news. Okay? So inevitably, okay, sabihin natin, dito tayo. Okay. So punta tayo sa 1 day para makita natin ng maigi. Okay, so inevitably, okay, ngayon 'di ba predicted na natin. So lumagpas tayo. The question is, ano mangyayari from here? So 108k lang ang bid ko, biglang na 110k. Okay, nagkaroon tayo ng sharp top dito and pantay na pantay. So tingnan natin kung ano mangyayari. Okay, so here's my thought on this one. Okay, kung sabihin natin magre-retrace to, dapat dito lang to hanggang 106. Pinakamalala nito is 105k, 900 to 800. Okay, to retrace this previous resistances here. Okay, hindi itong moving average ito. Mas maganda butasin niyo yung moving average na yan para matakot yung mga tao. Okay, tapos dun tayo biglang magki-create ng new high, papasok dito sa level na to, or kahit na ito sa 15, tapos biglang 18, tapos biglang babagsak. Okay, which pwede mangyari kasi medyo ito yung tinatawag na umangat yung price pero yung ating volume hindi siya gumagalaw. Okay, so which nangyayari yan. Okay, so ngayon papakita ko naman sa inyo itong ating dito, ito, ayan. Okay, which is going to be our last news for today. Titingnan natin kung maibibigay ko to sa inyo. Okay, itong ating document natin. Okay, so Yan, guys, paabutin nyo ng 40 likes yan kasi 43 viewers kayo dyan. Okay, pamimigay ko ng libre to. Hindi ko na ipapabayad to sa inyo kasi yung mga nasa Meraki, hindi sila masyado nagbabasa ng document. Okay, abang-abang na lang sila sa mga gem natin. Okay, wala tayong magagawa doon. Okay, so ito nga, tulad na sinabi ko sa inyo, guys. With the core inflation in May 2025, okay, ito yung news mamaya natin. Okay, final CPI print before the June Fed. Okay, tomorrow latest release is the last consumer or the CPI or consumer price index inflation report before the next federal policy meeting. Okay, two major events in macroeconomics, and ito is going to make it a pivotal data point for markets and policy makers alike. Okay, so lalo na yung regulators ng cryptocurrency, guys. Okay, dito na baka isulpot, isaksak, ibabalagbag na nila yung mga regulation dito. At napaka-ironic, no, na si Donald Trump, sakto-sakto yung interest niya for cryptocurrency biglang naglulum or biglang nagpapakita na siya ulit, no? After niya manahimik nung sinabi niya cryptocurrency before siya maupo, tapos nag-release siya ng meme, diba? Tapos bigla siya nanahimik. So most market expectation for May's core CPI naman natin, okay, yung forecast for May's core CPI, okay, have been revised higher to 2.9%. Okay, year over year yun, ha, YOY, according to the next market data. Okay, so sabi yan, no? Boom. Okay, by Kalshi. Okay, so ngayon, ano yung significance nito for the print? Okay ba? If sabi natin, if ganun nga yung mangyari, okay, if ma-realize nga natin, ito, if realized, okay, the 2.9% print natin would represent that the first, okay, kunyari lang, ha, ma-realize nga natin yung 2.9%, okay, this one, okay, paano ba sabihin? Ang hirap sabihin ng Tagalog to, i-explain sa inyo. The first increase in core CPI inflation natin would create a lot of bad news or negative news in the market. Why? Okay, kasi ito yung first time natin makakakita ng ganitong increase, okay, since January 2025. At since January 2025, yung mga magagaling sa market called for bear market noong 2025. Okay? Tapos February first week nag-manifest. Tapos April, May, June. Okay? So February, March, April nag-recover tayo. Bumalik tayo doon sa major resistance. Pinrove natin na kaya natin butasin yun agad. Okay? Tapos doon nagkaroon ng mini bull run. Okay? So ngayon, the potential for inflation to hit up, okay, malaki yung potential. Yung masasabi ko sa inyo, yung rising core inflation natin pwedeng mag-reignite to ng concerns among investors and policy makers about whether inflation is re-accelerating. Okay, kasi nagiging cautious sila, nagiging maingat sila. So potentially impacting not just the rate expectation but also the broader market sentiment. Okay? Heading into a June Fed meeting. Okay? So, ano ibig sabihin nun? Okay? Yung market natin is nagiging sensitive siya. Yun na lang yung sasabihin ko sa inyo. Hindi ko kayang bigyan ng salita to na, hindi, ano to, sure talaga bear market to. Mahirap sabihin Pero, ito yung masasabi ko sa inyo. Yung market natin nagiging sensitive. Okay? Yung sentiment ng mga tao is nagiging sensitive. Yung parang konting poke mo lang sa kanya, magwawala siya, magagalit siya. So parang siyang jowa mong nireregla. Parang na ininis mo, sobrang galit na galit agad sa'yo. Inasar mo lang siya, galit na galit sa'yo. Ganon din yung lalaki. Pag gutom, tapos piniloso po mo. Okay? Bad trip na bad trip yan. Okay? So with equities, okay, near all-time highs natin, and yung recent policy news leaning to bullishness, okay, yung kumbaga yung nangyaring climb or yung increase natin for core inflation could prompt a lot of volatility in investors and yung mga traders. Okay? So, ito yung masasabi ko. There could be an imminent Fed easing or rate cuts. Okay? So, sasabihin nyo, bullish yun dapat, diba? Oo, bullish yun. Pero hindi agad-agad. Okay, it takes a month or 2. So, it makes sense kung it will take 3 months. So, ibig sabihin nun, magbe-bear market muna tayo or magsa-sideways move tayo. Mas maganda kung mag-sideways move. Okay? Kasi ganun din yung price ni XRP eh. Okay? So, there's no reason for us to really dump the market. Pero there is no reason as well for us to really pump the market so bad. Na to the point na parang, alam mo yan, random money, money grab. So, malaki yung chances na okay, mag-pump muna tayo sa $3 tapos biglang tayong bumagsak ulit sa 1.6 or sabihin natin dito, okay, pwedeng mangyari yun. Okay, so dun ko masasabi na parang dapat talaga mag-sideways lang tayo. Hindi pwedeng mangyari to. Huwag sana mangyari yan. Okay, mas malaki yung chances natin na magganto-ganto muna tayo. Pero makikita natin na meron tayong tinatawag na rising. Tapos meron tayong flat top na tinatawag. Hanggang sa kumipot na ng kumipot yung magiging Elliott wave natin. So, A, B, C, D, E, F, G, H, I. Dediretso na tayo sa taas. Okay, which is pwedeng mangyari to. Okay? So, hindi ko alam kung kailan. Pero mas maganda kung siguro by 2026 or sabihin natin December, doon natin makakita ng strong upward move na tinatawag na ang tagal na nating nag-sideways tapos biglang may pinakitang God candle. Okay, dun ako magkakaroon ng confidence. Pero syempre, ang hirap kasi din talaga magbili sa mga ganitong levels. Hindi ko naman ipagkakait yan sa inyo. Ako din, nadadali ako dyan. Pero yun yung sinasabi ko sa inyo, tapang lang. Pag maraming takot, bumili kayo. Tulad yung sinasabi ko last time, 100k. Sinong matapang na bibili ng 101k ng BTC? Diba wala? Wala nga sumagot nun sa akin eh. Yung binigay ko yung chance na yun. Binigay ko yung idea na yun yung potentially next bottom natin. 101k nung nagwa 105 tayo, 106. Okay. Bumagsak tayo na 101k. So ang dami na naman nagsabi, hindi 31k daw, 51k, 61k, hindi 61k kasi maraming naiwan. I really don't think so. Okay, kasi itinutulad nila to dun sa times na walang may interesadong mayayaman sa cryptocurrency or sa Bitcoin mainly. Okay? And tandaan nyo, nasa ETF ng Bitcoin. Okay? We're making a lot of history in Bitcoin sa ETFs. Okay? So, guys, yan. Hindi ko na papatagalin. Ibibigay ko na agad sa inyo yung ating document for today. Okay? So, sabi dito, okay? Alpha News, XRPL's aggressive plan. Okay, bibigay ko siya sa inyo. Okay? Pero hindi ganun lang, okay? So mag-comment kayo lahat diyan, yung mga nag-view at gustong kumuha ng document ng number 3. Okay, tadtarin niyo ng number 3, ilalapag ko yung link ng mabilis. Okay? Tapos i-retract ko ng mabilis. Okay, yung mga nandito lang makakakuha. Okay, makakakain dito yung nagpunla. Okay? Wag ganyan. Nako, baka maban ka. Nako, GG to. Si Fasidek. Ayun na, dali na. Sige, pag kayo na ban na, wala akong magagawa dyan. Hindi ko kayo maan-ban. Ang bilis ng ano nyo. Okay, isa-isa lang. Wag tatrin. Okay? Kakain ng lahat. Chill lang. Chill. Okay? So, of course, yung access ng document, okay? Magagamit ko yung info nyo for marketing reasons. Okay? So, pag sinabing marketing reason is pag may bago akong product, bilhin nyo. Diba? Sabi ko, nagbebenta na ako ng t-shirt ko. Hindi pa naman ako bebenta t-shirt eh. Sinasabi ko lang naman sa inyo, dati pa naman ako sinasabi ko na sa inyo, gusto ko magbenta ng t-shirt. Walang susuporta. So, ngayon ako magbibenta ng t-shirt ko. Okay, bibenta ko sa inyo, guys. Okay, so 38 lang yung viewers natin, 36 likes. Okay, ito na. Okay, ready na ba kayo? Okay. para malaman yung gem nito, guys. Maganda yung topic nito, guys. Ayan, i-ano ko na ha, i-drop ko yung ano. Okay, i-save nyo, i-copy paste nyo. Okay, copy paste nyo, long click, tapos copy paste. Okay. Maganda yung topic na yan, guys. Okay, so technical details niyan ibubunyag ko din dyan. Okay, tapos yung pinaka impact niyan sa ecosystem, pati development ng XRP. Tapos i-reveal ko din dyan yung strategic implication na tingin ko na gagawin nila. Kasi pag sinabi natin cross-chain innovation, talo talaga yung XRP. Okay? So, i-click nyo lang yung permission, syempre. Click permission. Okay? So, also, pag-usapan din dyan yung testnets nila, mainnet launch nila. Doon nyo malalaman kung kailan yung bull market. Kasi may alam tong mga to eh. Okay, institutional driven companies yung may hawak na ito. So, pwede nyo isipin, XRP link yan. Hindi yan link. Hedera yan. Hindi Hedera. Okay. Kaya hulaan nyo, guys. Okay, hulaan nyo. Okay, yung may mga alam na open na yung document tahimik na lang ha. Comment nyo down below kung alam nyo. Okay, kung ano itong token na to natutulong sa XRP para ma-reach niya yung kanyang true potential. Wow, true potential. Okay, so yan guys. Okay, so yeah, by the way, yung reference ko for that one is cited throughout the full documentation ng Messari. So kung wala kayong Messari at hindi kayo nakaka-access sa enterprise level ng Messari, ako na bahala doon. Pag nasa Meraki kayo, libre yon guys. Hindi nyo na kailangan magbayad ng $500 for enterprise access. Lalo na kung wala kayong company. Ako meron akong company sa US. Okay, kahit check nyo pa. Billionaire status or Billionaire LLC. Okay, access denied. Di, click nyo lang. Ano lang kayo? Mag-click lang kayo. Mag-request lang kayo na access. Tapos patience. Okay? So yun lang guys. Have a great night. And chismis lang ang lahat ng yun. Kailangan nyo pa rin aralin, planuhin at kilusan. Nang sa yun, ang lahat ng to ay ating makamtan. At syempre, stay awesome. Goodbye guys. Thank you so much guys. Ibibigay ko yung access sa inyo after this live. Kasi makikita yung email nyo. Gusto nyo ba i-reveal yung email nyo? Pwede naman. Gusto nyo ba makita dito sa live para ma-spam kayo? Okay. So, okay. Siya, mamaya na tayo mag-usap, okay? Ang dami kong binabasang documenting ngayon eh. So, have a great night and God be the glory guys. And big shoutout sa fiancé ko. Ay, big shoutouts kay Jules. Ay, thank you so much kay Papa Eggsy. Mga bumubuhay ng Oso de Chismoso guys. Thank you so much.